Hello, welcome to the Weather Hazard Briefing presented by National Weather Service, Pocatello, for Tuesday, August 27th. Here's what you'll see in this presentation. We have a brief period of high pressure that has developed for just today, really. It'll warm up temperatures about 6 to 10 degrees Fahrenheit from yesterday. The next cold front is lined up, though, to cross through central and eastern Idaho this evening into Wednesday morning. This will increase the wind very close to critical thresholds. However, the timing for the strongest wind is during the late night and morning hours when humidity is highest. After the front passage, though, we are looking for much cooler temperatures. It'll be down about 8 to 12 degrees. However, this air is extremely dry, and even though the temperatures are going down, so is the relative humidity, and we'll show you that. First, we'll show you this here at the Pacific satellite. You can see the front that will be coming in later early this evening, late this afternoon, and into tomorrow night. You can see it's fairly north, and so really the clouds and any precipitation is going to be just in the northern, say, third of our forecast area in Lemhi County, maybe over into Clark and Fremont counties. And that's really about it for any sort of threat for rainfall. So let's see what will be happening. So mostly we'll be seeing a breezy afternoon for a lot of the places south of there, and then a breezy night the closer you are to Wyoming. And you can see really not much in the way of thunderstorm or shower activity until tonight. And that would be for Lemhi County, and then for the eastern highlands, which would include Victor, Driggs, and Island Park, where it's breezy. The only place of concern really where we might approach critical fire weather conditions would be in the Snake Plain in the Magic Valley, where we could see some isolated gusts right now, it looks like, at least, that go higher than 30 miles an hour, along with the very low relative humidity that will show up on Wednesday with that cool, dry air. And same for the South Hills, so there is a risk there. But otherwise, again, it should be breezy, but mostly in the morning hours when the humidity is highest, and the humidity will drop off considerably for the afternoon hours. Then you can see for Thursday we start to warm up. Humidity stays very low, but as the high pressure moves in, we're not really expecting any serious wind, and that will continue through Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. On Sunday, we will start to see the approach of the next front, so we may see some increased winds on Sunday. So that may be a little bit tricky forecast for Sunday as far as whether or not on September 1st we could have some sort of critical fire weather conditions. But it's a long way out. So today, this is where the front will be by 8 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, or 6 a.m. our time. It will already be pushing through Washington and Oregon. You can see it does generate some, it says here mixed precipitation, but that would be showers, really. We're not expecting any sort of snow out of this at this point. Nothing severe. And the thunderstorms, as you can see, staying well out of our area. You can see barely gets into the panhandle, much less most of it you can see is northwestern Montana today. So probability of rainfall, again, it's not going to be much, and it certainly won't be any sort of chance of wetting rain with any of this. It would be 10% or less. So during the day today, you can see it's holding off. And then tonight, you can see for Lemhi County, there is some chances for some light rainfall. But elsewhere, really, once you get to Stanley, Rexburg line or Ashton line here, you're looking at that's where the slight chance will be. Anywhere south of here, really no threat at all. Here are the maximum temperatures for today. You can see it is a little bit higher than yesterday, about, again, 6 to 10 degrees. It was 75 in Pocatello, for instance, high today of 84. And then the humidity readings, some areas where it's below 15%, but not much. And then maximum gusts for the morning hours. You can see really gusts haven't started, but then you can see in the afternoon it does start to pick up, but very few places are getting gusting more than 26 miles an hour. Most of it is staying below that. And then gusts this evening, you can see it starts to pick up, and we're now getting gusts to in excess of 30 miles an hour in this yellow area in, say, the Spencer Clark County down into Mud Lake, some of the mountains across the Central Idaho mountains. And then by late tonight, though, this is where the winds really pick up. So again, not a time when you would expect to see, the relative humidity getting below 15%. You can see, though, that there are some areas where it's gusting in excess of 40 to nearly 50 miles an hour here in the Goose Creek Valley. It looks like near Oakley. A lot of other places, though, a gust 25 to 30 miles an hour. So it's just below, at least it looks like at this point, what we would consider red flag thresholds. Okay, then on Wednesday, you can see the front still trying to push through really the southeast corner of our forecast area, but it's not bringing any precipitation with it as it gets this far, just a lot of wind, colder temperatures, and really low relative humidity. So you can see this is Wednesday morning only through noon, and there's just a 13% chance at Island Park and places to the north. So really not much to speak of, nothing appreciable. Here's the maximum temperatures for tomorrow. You can see they are definitely cooling back down again. We will struggle to reach mid-70s in the Snake River Plain, but you can see, even though it's colder, look at these relative humidities. A lot of single digit, a lot of it below 13%. Very few places like the Burley area is staying at 21. Very limited to places around Bear Lake and the American Falls Reservoir, where it has a natural source of humidity. And then the maximum gusts on Wednesday morning, though, again, this is when humidities will be higher. I didn't really show you maximum humidities, but they are fairly good. And you can see, again, gusty winds in the morning, but by afternoon, even in the Snake River Plain, very limited areas above 30 miles an hour. You can see just these yellow spotty locations. Most of it is actually 25 to 30 miles an hour, so it's actually below that threshold. But something to watch out for. And you can see here in central Idaho, where it's also very dry, the winds have just died off by Wednesday morning and Wednesday afternoon. Then here on Wednesday evening, it's still trying to hold up here, mostly in the Snake River Plain and eastern Magic Valley, but again, it's still below our thresholds. And by after midnight tonight, or I should say on Wednesday night, there's just no more wind, and that's because the high pressure has moved in, and we're looking at these kind of winds and these kind of wind gusts from now through Saturday. So don't really see much happening in the wind department after Wednesday evening, tomorrow evening. And here you can see why. High pressure dominating. All of the bad weather has moved into the Great Plains and the Southwest, and really nothing in our area when it comes to that. So you can see here on Thursday, temperatures start to turn around, but not by much, maybe 3 to 8 degrees, somewhere in there. Further west you are, the warmer it will get. But look at these relative humidities. It's still down, most of them 10 to 15%. So that's all I have for you today. If you have any further questions, you can always contact us at this telephone number here, or check out the weather yourself at weather.gov/Pocatello. Thanks for watching.